my name is Nicole WIlliams. I'm a bus operator for 28 years. I work mostly over the whole system. The north side, from the north side to the south side. I've been to the west side just a little bit, but not much. But like you guys, my main concern is safety. So I'm a bus operator, so you probably interact with me more than you interact with, train operators, because you get off the train and you come to the bus to get to the location. But in my opinion, I believe CTA is, when it comes to safety, all of our safety, I think they are more reactive than proactive with safety. And that's one of my biggest concerns. I fight for it all the time. It goes unnoticed, unheard, unnoticed. I did many of things to try to bring attention. They don't pay attention to people who's out in the forefront, like me and you. Like, we voice our opinions about what's going on the buses and trains, and then they go and get a computer and say, don't walk in front of the bus. Well, most of us know not to walk in front of the bus, but I know it happens, but that's not what they should be focusing on. They are reactive. When they get complaints, they just react. Instead of thinking about it, reaching out to you and I to see what we can do better. And that's the biggest problem to me with the CTA, is our safety. And it's going unnoticed. Despite they saying, oh, we do this, we do that. We go to work, we get robbed in CTA parking lots. But you all don't hear about that because that's covered up.
That's right.
We get robbed at gunpoint. We get sick. And then we forced to do things that we don't want to do, and we always get the blame.
That's right.
CTA will blame everything on the workers. Like they say, oh, we can't meet service because the workers don't want to come to work. Well, the workers want to come to work, but under what conditions? Do we have to be dead?
Yeah.
You don't want a bus operator sick driving you, because that's going to be an accident.
That's right.
And when you talk about ghost buses, they don't tell the truth about it, because they sit downtown at 5, 6, 7 looking out the window thinking we can stop congestion, but you don't go and read the bus operators to see, why are there 5 and 6 buses traveling together? Well, this is why. And it can't really be fixed. It can't really be fixed. They said we're going to fix it, but it can't really be fixed. Congestion is a big thing. Now, when you riders get on the bus, we have to interact with you guys, right? So you got to pay your fare. You might need some directions or something, right? But it's a lot of things that stop the bus from moving. One being, we have ADA. We have to make sure that they're locked in and are okay for us to go on. We have overcrowded buses. We have crimes, defects. It's a lot of things go into it. But CTA don't tell you that. The first thing they tell you is our operators don't want to come to work. They don't tell you the challenges we go to get out to you guys.
That's
right? When we start our day, we go get a bus and it's not clean. So we got to get another bus. And it might be behind 10 other buses, so those buses got to move. And we have a small gap to get out the garage to provide their on-time service. So it's a lot of things that go into it. The CTA, again, they react instead of be proactive with it. So, I'm trying to work with them, but it's really hard to let the operators help out with that, and the public. We should be sitting on the board saying, yeah, well, you all saying this, but we're saying that.
That's right.
But they don't listen to us or you guys. So that's one of my biggest things, safety. And just like it's crime with you guys, operators are getting attacked at an all-time high. No one is talking about that. They will tell about the passengers getting, and that's good, but if your operators is getting attacked, they can't come to work. And that's not because they don't want to come to work. They can't come to work. And then when they want to force them back to work, they're scared, and they want them to come back to work when they're not ready to come back to work. There's a lot of challenges that we go through as operators, train and bus, that the CTA just do not tell. Our union do not tell, because they want to keep it covered up. They want to make us the problem. And I don't believe that we're the problem. I believe that we are the solution with the riders.
That's right.
Is what I believe.
Yeah.
So, just one more thing. Also, when it comes to I believe, we have to work together as operators and riders. Believe it or not, I know we encounter some very rude operators, just like we encounter some very rude passengers. It is not personal. It is a hard job these days driving the bus. Because, believe it or not, no one really realizes this. I'm driving the bus, right? I got radios playing. I'm looking to make sure the road is safe. It's not that I'm snappy. If you ask me a question, I don't supposed to talk to you while I'm driving, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I try to do my best because I'm an operator, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes there's just so many things going on. Safety plays a big role in my job for you guys. You guys entrusted me with your lives and I'm driving you on the buses, but you don't realize that it's a lot that goes into that. You know those 60-foot articulated buses? Everybody's so comfortable on that bus, right? But it's a lot going on. I'm sitting in the front and you all can sit in the back, right?
Yeah.
I have to watch everything on that bus, everybody, and everything going around us. With a lot of challenges. Like, CTA has rules. No radio playing, no smoking, but they do all that. So I have to be in charge of all that, and then I got to make sure we're safe to get from A to B. So it's challenging. I'm not saying that I can't do it because I did it very well for 28 years. But things have changed, and it's just really hard. I get threatened for a fare, which, to be honest, I'll tell you the truth. If you get on the bus and you say, I don't have a fare, you're not going to get an argument out of me, right? But is that right to you guys who did pay, right? It's not. But if I don't say something, it might not be you, but somebody else will be like, you hear me talking to you? I didn't even say nothing. I'm trying to get everybody where they got to go. But now it becomes a problem. So then the bus has to stop. Then the police has to be called. Those are challenges why the bus can't get up and down the street. Or accidents that happen. The CTA don't say that, but they'll just always say, our employees do not like to come to work.
That's right.
We like to come to work, but we need to come to a safe place to work and be able to do our job as defined in our CBA and qualifications. But we do try very hard. And I know, like I said, I'll apologize for, there are some rude operators, but there are some great operators as well. And we do our best with everything we get. And you might not know what happened at 3 stops back there when I encounter you, but it could have been bad, and I just continue driving because I know you guys trying to get to work. And sometimes it gets so bad, I have to stop because I can't continue anymore. But we are trying our best, and they don't never give us the credit that we do. During COVID, even though most couldn't show up to work, they never congratulate the ones that did. Because we did our best to show up, but we lost members or employees.
Yep.
They didn't talk about that because they don't care. They just care if we show up and move. We work a lot of overtime. They don't give us that. We make up the difference for them, and we don't never get shown appreciation.
Nope.
Box lunches.
Write-ups.
It's a lot. It's just a lot that goes into the whole system. And again, I just ask you all to be patient with any CTA personnel because it is a lot that you guys don't know about. And CTA will tell you that we don't want to come to work. Because, to be honest, if you look at the overtime, you can tell we want to come to work because some operators make $200,000 and almost $300,000, so they gotta want to come to work, and they're not with their families. So I just ask you guys to be patient with us because we are really trying.
Thank you.